for the Winnipeg Jose Sharks. Jets sitting at 9-4-0, coming off a loss against LA not too long ago, 3-0. And the Sharks sitting at 5-6-3. Let's actually take a quick look at the last couple of games. So 3-0 loss to LA in LA, win against Pitt 5-2. Loss against Minnesota, win against Calgary, loss to Edmonton. Real quick as we take a look at San Jose, who has definitely been riding the struggle bus lately. Well, actually, a win in Seattle 6-1, overtime loss to Detroit, win in Colorado. So I take that back. They've actually they've improved quite a bit lately. So not sure what to expect here. But what's up, Jeffrey? What's up, Sugar Hill? How you guys doing? When it gets on Team Celebrate, hey, or on Team Canada, we'll see. Like I said, I like them both. I think I'm leaning towards Shifley, but I like but it's kind of like what Jeffrey said. I'm not exactly sure which way I'm pulling. You're right, though. This will be a determining factor and actually a pretty good look at what to expect. Because the Sharks doing a little better lately, definitely scoring more lately. But Winnipeg has just looked fantastic. But again, you got Hellebuck, Winnipeg's 9-4-0, Hellebuck 6-4-0. I'm surprised to see him playing against San Jose, but entering a drawing to win KC and the Sunshine Band tickets, right on. Good luck, buddy. Dude, it's funny. I've been. Happened. There we go. I'm metal guy, 110% all the way across the. What's going on with my mic right now? But basically, anything I can do to go to any concert, at least back in the day, I would go see anybody I can at any time. New Philadelphia, Ohio, right on. Dude, one of my favorite shows, actually, even though it was only like one, I think one, maybe two of the last members, but Kansas played this little venue at Sunset Station. And man, it was fantastic. Just this little tiny show. That's why I miss shows at the Railhead over at Boulder Station or the Joint at the Hard Rock. Nice small venues, real intimate performances. But no, that's awesome, man. Like I said, good luck. I kind of know what I expect, but I really don't know what to expect from this. If San Jose comes out just with an attitude of beating ass, then Winnipeg's going to probably get a little pissy, start trying to fight back, and it's going to be a penalty fest. Really want to go to a Skillet concert? That would be fun. Skillet would be cool. They like I missed the Huntridge out here. I saw Andrew WK there 20 years ago. Flogging Molly and Dropkick Murphy used to come out to the House of Blues all the time. Seen pretty much any country artist that's ever come out. We used to get tickets for that all the time. Favorite concert was we saw it was Slipknot and I want to say it was Motionless in White and Lamb of God opened for him. And me and my buddy, we connected over Lamb of God and playing guitar together. So we went together. And a long story. That's one of those, like, one day when I'm sitting here drinking, I'll tell the story of the Lamb of God Slipknot show because it was a wild story. Really fun one. But as we cut out a Slipknot a couple songs early, and as we're walking up the Mandalay Bay like driveway to go into the front doors, we bumped into Willie Adler, who's one of the Lamb of God guitarists, and it was just, man, it was one of the best nights ever. We still talk about it, and it happened coming up on like 8 or 9 years ago. Alice Cooper was in Wheeling, right on. ACDC in Vegas, that would be a good show, bro. What happened? Just didn't quite work out. It's like, that's a bummer, bro, because I would love to see ACD. As old as they are now, I would still love to see them playing. They do, who was it? Not Def Leppard. Why am I struggling with this? Iron Maiden used to play out here all the time. Never got to go to one of those shows, but I always wanted to. All right. We got puck drop. We're about 15 seconds behind the live feed, it appears. Winnipeg dumping into the San Jose zone. It's going to take me a while to get the Sharks down. I remember most of the Jets from last year, but I gotta remind myself who the hell's on San Jose. Savici was still out. Love to go to a concert. I've had friends that, big bounce off the back wall. Good job chopping at the stick to not allow a shot. Right back up front. Waiting way too long to take a shot. And it goes up over the net. That's the one thing I've never been to a show where there was a DJ. And being in Vegas, you would think you'd accidentally end up somewhere that did, but I've never gone to, never done that. A lot of those shows are massive, like they're in big ass arenas, and that's like that. I'm like, I prefer like Brooklyn Bowl or like I say, House of Blues or something like that. It's Jeffrey. I only go horn for the Gold Knights. That is one of the special things that I only do for my guys. Puck coming down low. San Jose entering the Winnipeg zone, trying to feed it up front. Puck ends up in the high corner. Keeping it on that high baseline behind the net. Fed out front. Just a little handcuffed. Couldn't get the shot off. From the point, big stop by Hellebuck. Winnipeg's going to head back the other way. Winnipeg cannot establish through the neutral zone right now. As soon as they hit the blue line, they're getting stuffed. Winnipeg on the high boards, getting behind the net. They'll have an opportunity to build. Lowry trying to get it back, cycling it back down low, fed out front. Nothing going. Back to the point, right into the skates, and San Jose's into neutral. Who am I rooting for? Really, neither. But I really, really don't like San Jose, so we'll say I'm rooting for Winnipeg. I'm more Jets go. We could go with that. Because it's as much as I'm not necessarily rooting for Winnipeg to win, I will always root for San Jose to lose. San Jose, Edmonton, and Dallas specifically, I will always root for them to lose. And when they play each other, it's like, all right, we'll watch something else. Face off to the left of the San Jose goaltender. Actually, I'm glad you asked, because I was just about to check. Oh, it's the dude whose name I can't pronounce. Nedeljkovic. He was in goal when we played San Jose, so I remember him, but I remember not being able to pronounce it. All right, so who we keep an eye on? 71, 73, 75. Keep an eye out for Celebrini, Toffoli, and Reeves. Orlov. Got a couple of guys on the ice for San Jose, but nobody that's too fun to watch except Celebrini. And then when Revo gets pissed off, but I say that, but I'm a big time San Jose hater, so you got to keep that in mind, because San Jose looks a lot better than Winnipeg right now. That's able to get it all the way across to the high corner, back behind the net, being held a little bit. There it goes. I was waiting for them to call the hold. They finally did. Shifley feeds it back or out to the front, and it's turned over right in the middle of the slot. Nedeljkovic. Okay. Sweet. Appreciate it. Nedeljkovic. I always forget, and then I don't watch the team play for a while. I don't hear the name called, and I'm lost. All right, Liljegren in the box for San Jose. First power play, 3.5 minutes in, going to Winnipeg. Sharks try to go up the high boards, can't get it past Niederreiter, and it's right through. San Jose coming in, shot, stopped by Hellebuck's, kick to the high corner. Nedeljkovic. I said I'm gonna butcher it no matter what for at least a few times, so it kind of just happens. I haven't seen it. Honest. Nedeljkovic. Okay, I just heard it, so I got it. Nedeljkovic. Yeah. Figured it would be easier to search, but what is it? Sugar. Man, I can't be calling you Sugar. Come on now. Sugar Hill. Okay, there it is. 8 for 12. Damn. That's a hell of a contract. That is, dude, something's going on with the audio of the game, so it's all static. That is, hey, good for him, man. If shot right up close by a follow stop by Nedeljkovic. So I will say what we were talking about yesterday or the other day, which is that money could really go to a really good second goalie, but get your money, Kyle Connor. He comes like the second or third highest paid behind Draisaitl and maybe one or two other people. That's an insane contract, but get your money, son. The battle for the puck at the Winnipeg blue line. San Jose finally taking a moment to reset back into their zone. Clearing up through neutral on the low boards. It's tipped in there by a mile. Sent around behind the net, back behind the net, set out front, and nobody in the center for San Jose. Nedeljkovic plays it around the backside of the net, and the Sharks will reset. Oh, something happened. I'm not sure what. It looks like a high stick. 6 1/4 gone in the first period, and it appears that Celebrini got popped in the mouth. The refs are talking about it, so we'll see. But man, that shit, that's a lot of money and a big guarantee for a long time. But like I said, I'd probably be better for you guys to look at a couple of different options. However, Kyle Connor is there for a reason, and I'm not going to say he's not worth the money. I'd like to see that again. Like it didn't. It looked like he got hit. Okay, here. There it is. Yep, no, he tagged him. That's definitely a high stick. A shot he chipped the tooth. Dude, getting hit like that, that could be the piece of his tooth that just popped in the air. Bro, one of the worst dental things that happened to me. I was at it's actually the concert I was just talking about, Slipknot, Lamb of God. We're moshing to Slipknot and in the big circle pit, and this chick keeps falling over, and people keep picking her up. She's falling over, and we're trying to shove her out. Like, we're taking her to the side, getting her out of the pit, and saying, stop, stay out of here. Do not come back in here. And she would keep coming back in and keep falling and keep fucking everything up. And, like, really, like, almost taking out dudes' knees and stuff. Well, finally, we're moshing, we're going nuts. She falls again, falls into a guy, pushes him over, and he headbutts me in the face, and I chipped a tooth on the dude's forehead. And that instantly became grabbing her ass, dragging her through the fuck, like through everything. And her friends come running up, like, stop it. What are you doing? Stop it. It's like, dude, turned into a whole fuck you fest. And it was ridiculous. Like, no business being there, dude. No business. I only mention that because that could be a piece of his tooth. He damn well could have chipped a tooth because it does not take much. It is really not difficult to do. But yeah, I busted a tooth on dude's forehead and then had to get screamed at because this dumb fat chick wouldn't leave. Oh yeah, his tooth. He's got 2 teeth busted. Holy shit! Ouch! Yeah, he got. Well, I think just to the left of his front is like right. Yeah. Ooh. So absolutely, that was probably a piece of tooth floating in the air from the ice angle. That's nuts. Witnessed history. Or I can tell you right now, that is the most annoyed he's ever been. You get a sudden change to your teeth, your tongue just cannot stay away from touching it, and it's the most annoying shit in the world. Khrushchev, the high wall, cycling back to the high point. Kleinberg tries to go center. He gets it to Wenberg. There's too many Bergs. Smith stuck on the wall, cleared out by Winnipeg, all the way back to Nedeljkovic. And it is a double minor. Don't know if I said that. 30 seconds gone on it. Celebrini comes racing in, loses the puck up to the point. Kept low on the high wall. Wenberg up to Celebrini, all the way across. Smith's over to the point. Shot hits bodies out front. San Jose is able to hang on to it. Kleinberg to Celebrini all the way, trying to go low dot to Smith on the back door and cannot connect. Celebrini to Foley, shoots, goes wide into the low corner. A minute 10 gone on the double minor. Celebrini top of the high circle, stopped up front, and after a couple of attempts, Shen went ahead and got a little personal there. Who was that? With Wenberg. Didn't appreciate the extra effort at the end there. So far, San Jose, opportunities have presented themselves. Lot of pucks hitting bodies up. Have to be on top of his game when the puck's up close because they're dropping pucks in the crease. 2:27 to go on the double minor. Puck up out of play. Shots are 5-4 San Jose. It's like watching the Vegas game, man. Just too much passing. Guys got to get a little more selfish here. Ooh, Liljegren gets it stripped away. Big opportunity for Lowry, and it's stopped by Nedeljkovic. Huge save on the Winnipeg breakaway. Liljegren back in. Skinner looking for a place to go. He sends it to the point. Orlov. Back to Skinner. Back to Orlov. Low dot. Kurashev freezes on the shot. He should have taken that. Shot comes from middle of the slot. It is sent up out of play. 11:36 to go in the period. 1:52 to go on the double minor. Yeah, that was literally like watching Shea Theodore right there. I standing a foot in front of me. I'm going to see if I could squeeze it past him. Nope. Puck's all the way back into our zone. Oh, shit. Breakaway. Puck drop to the left of Hellebuck. Butt cheeks game. Bro. Markor, look at the schedule for today and tell me which game you would watch. And if you say Chicago, Calgary, I swear to God, I'll fly to Canada just to look at you sternly in person. Dude, the hockey today sucks. That's why I'm watching this one. I checked out a little bit of Minnesota and New York. Just didn't really care. Minnesota winning. What was the other game? The Rangers were beating up on Detroit, which I didn't expect, but you're watching Calgary, Chicago for sure. And like I said, two bad teams playing each other it's often entertaining like two good teams playing each other. So Chicago, Calgary might actually not be the bad game to watch. But yeah, plus, I mean, I got to start watching in the division, so I'm a little more aware. Like Dustin Wolf in net, of course. That's like LT is my reason for watching the Capitals. Wolf's the reason for watching Calgary. Big shot, big save. Nedeljkovic just swinging across the crease to stop the point blank opportunity. What a chance. 2 fights so far too. Okay, see. I'll give it to you then, brother. What we'll probably do, let's see, we got 10 minutes in this one. We should be able to flip over that one to that one during intermission. Yeah, nope. Never mind. 1-0. We'll keep an eye on it, man. If it gets any more interesting. Oh, 3? Jesus. Maybe we do need to have that. Well, see if we can we'll bring it up side screen. Let me take a look at this. But like I said, I need to watch a little more in the division hockey, which is a big reason I was like, I'm gonna watch these guys. 15 seconds left on the San Jose double minor. Winnipeg clears it down over halfway through the first period. And they mixed up they're fun. I was gonna say, man, we might have different opinions about fun. I'm not gonna lie, but Wolfie's fun to watch. What a stop by the left pad of Hellebuck. The patience of the goalie and the lack of elevation on the attempt. Who is that? 81 for San Jose. Give me a second. I need to know who took that shot. That was Cadet. And chip teeth for no reason. Yeah, Marquardt, that may be it's fast. It needs to be a little bit cleaner. But yeah, chip teeth for no reason. Exactly, bro. 4 minutes. And he broke his teeth for nothing. Hey, shout out to Winnipeg though. They didn't look really good, but they did look good. Obviously, they looked good enough. They were doing when they had the opportunity to clear, they were able to clear. Um, it started out a little rough, but they started settling in. Hellebuck's a brick wall right now. Fuck, man, that guy is so much fun to watch. Like I said, that's why I would watch Calgary is for Dustin Wolf because good goaltending is still my favorite part of hockey. Like I like the hits, I like the physicality and the fighting. So maybe I should say that's my favorite part. But good goal. I'd rather watch A class goaltending than anything else. Last game in Columbus, right on. Yeah, he's real fun to watch. I got him up right now. Calgary's dealing with the puck behind him. Right out front, quick shot goes wide off the back glass. Chicago cycling to the point, skating right up the center. And Wolfie lost his helmet. 42 out of 43 there. That's just impressive. Like I said, there's nothing like watch like especially I mean it's good goaltending when a game's 1-1, 0-0 and there's been 20 shots aside. That's not necessarily good goaltending. When a guy, like I said, goes 42 for 43 or goes 35 for 35, that's when it's like, let's go. And that's Carl Lindbaum against Tampa when they were in Tampa. Wolfie, pretty much anytime he's on the ice. Hellebuck, especially early in the season. Vasilevsky, unfortunately, looked great against us. Now, our opportunities weren't great, but when they were, he looked way better than fucking Lindbaum did. But like that's why I love these guys, man. When Ottinger's playing well, he's fun to watch. When Wedgwood in Colorado's playing good, he's fun to watch. Apparently, Dostal in Anaheim is looking good. 37 Toronto a few games ago, not the best save percentage, but the team in front of him played like hot ass. Oh, trust me, I know how that works, brother. Like I said, the most impressive goaltending I've watched this season, not that there's been, but that I've watched was Lindbaum in Tampa because our guys play, I mean, hot ass would be a compliment. Like, if we took our time and really improved, we would suck. And Lindbaum kept us in it till overtime. Like one of my favorite goalie performances over the last couple of years out of the Golden Knights. Shot from St. Louis hits the back glass. Winnipeg's going to work out into neutral. Dump and chase, and the Jets go for a change. Yeah. No, like I said, it's a double-edged sword because Calgary doesn't have the team in front of them, and I don't think they're anywhere close to changing that. Like they need a lot of work. And I also think that Calgary or Wolf would be if Wolf could get on a team with a really good goal. I was talking about like it'd be wild to see, and I know it'll never happen, but to see like Wolf be number two to Hellebuck. See two phenomenal goalies with the team that's in front of them and what that would look like. It'd be unstoppable. If we could get someone like that, or if Bobrovsky had a backup, like if anybody had not even a backup, just had a 1-2, you have goalie A and goalie one, and yeah, unfortunately for Wolfie, he's going to be in Calgary for a long time, and they need a lot of help. Edmonton, he's a guy like, well, absolutely. Well, Edmonton needs a lot, but a guy like Wolf would help. Oh, big shot from the low point, and Winnipeg buries it. Nedeljkovic. That was Morrissey. Face off to the right of Nedeljkovic. One kicks to the point and a big shot. Ryan Reeves blocking his own goalie. Just never gave him an opportunity to see the puck, and they beat him low glove side. Jets are on the board to start this one in San Jose. Need a goal. I haven't got one in ages. It's been a slow ass 13 minutes, bro. We're not even 13 minutes. Heard they were looking at Saros. I said Edmonton needs like 2 good defensemen and 3 forwards other than McDavid and Draisaitl, and then they might have a chance. Otherwise, they're wasting time and money. I said I expected a lot more hitting coming out of these two. There's been 7 hits total in just about 13 and a half minutes. Or scoring for the Winnipeg Jets, Josh Morrissey, assisted by Niederreiter. Styles in his game against Columbus, yeah. Ooh, San Jose with the breakaway opportunity. Backhands it right past Hellebuck. Hellebuck split and reached, and the patience of Celebrini to go around him and beat him with the backhand. Expect nothing less out of that little shit. And I only call him that because he doesn't play for my team. He really is, man. I mean, just makes a great read. Splits the defense. I don't know what Morrissey and old boy on the other side were looking at. Celebrini, they're both still inside the blue line while Celebrini's breaking the other way. So what that defensive decision was out of Winnipeg, I fucking don't know. But it ties up the game. Solo score. They're scoring for the San Jose Sharks. Macklin Celebrini. Oh, do we have another fight happening in Chicago? Nope, that was earlier. Okay, I'm getting a look at the fight. Vlasic out there throwing punches. Okay, yeah, those fights were fights, but they were the fights I'd expect out of those two teams. I have not enjoyed a fight since watching Reeves beat the shit out of Rempe, because that's the fight I've wanted since Rempe got in the league, and I finally got it. It was everything I hoped. Guy's 6 inches taller than Revo, and he just kept punching the shit out of his chin. I loved it. He grabbed his helmet and locked in, so dude couldn't turn his head. It was everything about it was great. And ever since then, I'm just disappointed. Jets should trade for Kadri. It's I feel like yeah, he might be a little too old for the Jets. And it's got nothing to do with how he plays or anything like that. I feel like the Jets are going a little bit differently for that. Gotta have some fun, young guys. Yeah, they just, man. I don't know. Like I said, with Calgary, my main thing that I saw was us in Calgary. Just signed, yeah. Oh no, that's true. You're right. You're right. That's on me. I don't know. I'm a little I'm I'm ready for new guys to come in. I'm already seeing hockey changing a lot, so I'm ready for it to just happen already. So let's get the old guys out, get the new guys in, and see what the fuck's gonna happen. Because nowadays, all the new guys are small and fast. Like Ovechkin getting his 900th goal. Okay, great. Thank you. Can you please retire now? Like, you're incredible, buddy. Please stop. And I feel like the people on it's like if I was a Washington fan, I'd be like, brother, I love you. Thank you for all you've done. Can you please let us have a forward that is not fucking 50? It's funny. I with the draft picks, the first rounders that have played in the preseason for Vegas, as soon as they come in, I look at them and I'm like, dude, no. I just and then sure enough, they play and they get their ass kicked up and down the board. Every battle into the corner ends in a absolute ass whooping. That's why I don't like Caden Korzak because he can't handle the fight. He's too small. And I'm just like, I hate that this is the future of hockey is small but fast. Like it used to be, there were a couple of small, fast guys. There were a couple of fast guys. And then you had the guys that were in the game to beat the shit out of them in order to slow them down. Looks like it's been so fun to watch. Right on. I said, I don't have a whole lot of knowledge with the Flames besides us winning 6-3 or whatever it was. Um, except for Dustin Wolf, because that's all I really like. If I watch Calgary, other than when we play them, that's the only reason I would watch is for Wolf. But that's just like I have not watched Chicago play at all. A couple years ago, it was funny. Every time Connor Bedard was the big thing, and I would watch him play. He's an incredible hockey player. I would watch him do a top 10 play of the day, make a great goal. Everybody's jumping up and down and celebrating, and you look at the score, and they're down by 5. And it's like, oh, okay, so you did something cool when it didn't mean shit. Like I'd really appreciate watching you do something when it means something. Winnipeg trying to keep the puck in the San Jose zone from the point. A shot swallowed up by Nedeljkovic. Little cross check shove right in front, but that's all right. That's all right, dude. 3:54 to go in the first. I really do feel like this period has just taken forever. Look at Stanley, the ideal D man in my books. Right on. That's I've been I've been irritated by our defensemen so much. I haven't really even thought about any like who else out there. Like I miss Nate Schmidt. I really miss Schmitty being on the team. That's about it. All right, I seen San Jose 3:47 to go in the first. Shots are 10-7 Winnipeg. 25 very physical. There you go. But this is why I want to come and watch games. It's kind of games around the league because I like as much as I hate Tampa, there are certain games I like watching them play. Like watching Florida play. I've seen Dallas a bunch, Colorado, seen the Kings. Like there are teams I do like to play. Or I do like to watch play. And then there are teams that I just don't even think about, like Columbus, Calgary, Chicago, the Islanders. You know what I mean? It's ninth in hits per game. Good for them. I said if they could figure out how to score and help out Wolf a little bit, they should, like on paper, they should be doing a lot better than they are. Schmitty, Jets legend, dude. Nate Schmidt is the dude's a legend. If he walks into a room for 30 seconds, he walks out a legend. Like he's just the nicest dude in the world, man. That's like Phil, Fat Boy Phil, uh Kessel, Phil Kessel. He was with us when we won. Like that dude, that's the bro. Happy you got to win, yeah. Yeah, that's the dude. Like legit the dude. San Jose sending the puck up and out all the way down for an icing. 2:20 to go in the first period. Very uninteresting game, I will say. It's like we mentioned, it's Chicago. Who are they playing? Chicago Calgary is probably the better game to watch just because both teams suck. And so, like, hey, same skill level, and the fights happening are like, oh, okay, well, maybe that is the game to watch. But we'll live with our choices. Face off to the right of Nedeljkovic. A couple of swats, shot from Pionk gets sent out to the high boards. And San Jose is going to ice it again. No wonder this game feels so freaking slow, dude. The amount of stoppages for icings and just dumb shit. Mostly the icings because San Jose is panicking in their own zone. Haven't panicked. They've been doing fine all game. All of a sudden, less than 2.5 minutes, they're panicking and they just tried to do it again. They finally got in. Shot blocked off by Hellebuck. All the way around the boards, and Winnipeg comes back up to neutral. No icing set up behind the San Jose goaltender. All the way across and in. San Jose there first on the low boards trying to center. Goes back to the point, and it is taken out by the Jets. Again, under 90 seconds to go in the first period. Go back and forth of the San Jose blue line. Puck goes on net to Nedeljkovic and back around. Just a lot of panic going on for San Jose. This is wild. Turned over, too. Shifley with a great stick throws it towards the net, comes out towards the center. Jets still maintained, coming back into the San Jose zone. Shifley chasing it down. Back around the net, under 60 seconds. And we've got San Jose 2-on-1 with speed. Nope. Right back the other way. Through neutral, fed across. Bottom of the low circle behind the net. Winnipeg in the zone towards I forgot his name. Nedeljkovic. He'll swallow it up at 23.8 to go in the first. Shots are 12-8. Winnipeg. Man, even as we're getting down to the last minute, it's still a very okay, this happened. And then now I guess they're going to do this. And then they're going to do this. Like, that's how this game has felt. And again, I know I'm not exactly Mr. Interested in Winnipeg and San Jose, but we need to see something in the second period. One of these teams needs to get a wild hair up their ass and just start going into attack mode. Let's see if Calgary, Chicago will end in a fight right before the end of the period. the interview celebrate. I would love to hear that interview. That would be a great intermission interview. He's revealed. Oh yeah, just smile and just a big old chunk right there off of 2 teeth missing. And I know it doesn't feel good, but depending on how deep it went, that first time he took a sip of cold water, he realized just how much that fucking hurt. Taking a look at Chicago into the Calgary zone. All right, so we are at the end of the first in this one. Gonna watch the end of this period with Chicago and Calgary. We got 30 seconds, and then we're gonna do the usual break. But second intermission, we're gonna hang around. I think I want to start doing it that way. So bail out on, like I said, snack, drink, have a smoke, all that good stuff for first intermission, and then ride it out for the rest of the game. Puck comes back out of the zone. We're back at the last couple of seconds. Nobody do anything stupid, and we're at the end of that one. All right, so y'all know the drill by now. Gonna go ahead and throw on the BRB screen. We'll take a few minutes to go get a couple of things done, and then we will be back for the start of the second period. So I'm going to leave y'all with the tunes. Oop, let's go with that tune. And I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. making our way back. Just about a minute left on the intermission. Make sure that's all good. Let's get back into it here. Take a look at the games that happened earlier. Not a busy day today with only 4 games. Let me get this loaded up. So you have this one getting ready to start the second period at 1-1. Blackhawks and the press the button. Blackhawks and the Flames about to start the third period. Blackhawks up 1-0. Final for the Rangers in Detroit. 4-1 over the Red Wings. And the Wild in New York 5-2 over the Islanders. But let's get back into this one. Hoping for a little more excitement during this second period. Need both teams to decide to get a little more physical. And that's why I wanted to watch this game, because I know how San Jose plays, and I figured Winnipeg would respond accordingly. However, San Jose has actually been rather soft on the Jets. And so the Jets have played likewise rather soft towards the Sharks. Follow fumbles the puck, and it gets sent back to Nedeljkovic. Sharks coming out of their zone through neutral. Celebrini can't reach for it, and Scheifele's going to get it out of the zone, carry it up the high wall, try to go across the blue line. Finally does. Pionk with a shot. Goes off the back glass, and the follow-up was a swing and a miss. Winnipeg in that high corner. Scheifele to the point. Shot. And a glove save by Nedeljkovic. Minute gone in the second. Shots are 13-8. Goals coming from, who was it? Morrissey, a shot from the low point that right off a face-off that was screened by Ryan Reeves and beat Nedeljkovic under the glove. And then you had the breakaway for Celebrini. They did update it, so it was assisted by Toffoli and the other guy. I'm not going to even try and say that name. San Jose. Puck in the high corner of the Winnipeg zone gets sent around down low, and Pionk's going to get it clear. Going to end up on goal, so no icing. And San Jose trying to go back the other way. Stop, big shove. Separates the puck from the Sharks. And down behind the net, just on the edge of the trapezoid. Just all battle on the wall. It's not frozen. Just nobody able to get to it. Finally, the Sharks do. Headed back out. They'll take a second to reset. And San Jose through neutral. On the attack, carrying around to the high baseline. Sets up a shot from the top of the high circle, and it's whiffed on. Jets go back the other way. Ooh, big hit down low. Sharks recover and turn it over in neutral. Hang on a second. We're getting a little back and forth here through neutral. Nobody can control the puck. Finally, San Jose goes back into their own zone with it. Pass all the way ahead. Stopped at the blue line. The Jets are doing a really good job meeting San Jose at the blue line. Likewise, San Jose is forcing a lot of dump and chases the other way. But, I mean, San Jose, at least this period, this first couple minutes, San Jose is getting shut down at the top of the zone. San Jose resetting all the way up. It's tipped in, and Hellebuck hands it off, but it's fumbled. Oh, there's Ryan Reeves trying to fight for the puck. I want to see him smash somebody. Come on. And he goes reaching in with his stick. Okay, that's it worked out. San Jose got the possession, but I want to see Revo smash. Shot from the point is lazy, but it knocks the blade out of the skate of somebody down there. You're playing with 4.5. A swing and a miss clears the zone. Struggling to the bench. And finally, the play is called dead. Dude, that is the worst. Shot hits the skates, pops out the blade, and now you're one-footed on a sheet of ice. Got dead right up in front of Hellebuck, just not able to finish. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, dude just caught the puck to the face. That was brutal. It was Got Dead that caught it. Celebration dropped the gloves of the dude who KO'd his teeth. I want to say, was that Morrissey? No, is Jabrikov. That I would love to see Celebrini fight, bro. I'm 100% with you on that. Someone, it's like someone in the arena. Keep calling Celebrini a pussy until he drops the gloves. Yeah. I mean, two little guys going at it that probably aren't. I don't know much about Jabrikov, but watching two guys that got no business fighting would be entertainment for hours for me. I'd put it on replay. It's been funny a couple of times this season already. Guys are going after Pavel Dorofeyev, and it's like, dude, do you go to the elementary school, start kicking kids off of the monkey bars? Like, why are you going after Pavel Dorofeyev, man? Like, that is, if you want to look like a badass, that's the exact opposite of what you do. Dude, great play. Pionk whiffing on the little extra effort move. Lowry gets it up and a little bit of contact, but Jets get it out. Line judge getting in the way. Battle right at the low point on the boards. Good season, huh? It's if Mark Stone didn't get hurt and our power play was still together, he'd probably have 15 or 16 by now. But unfortunately, our power play is trash without him. But dude, Dorofeyev has been one of my favorite Golden Knights since he started with us. And he has the best first NHL goal, or my favorite first NHL goal. He's on the side of the net to the left of the goalie. Puck comes in, pops off a stick, hits him in the nose, and goes in. And ever since then, babyface Pavel is just the homie. And starting off with a hat trick first game of the season was like, here it is. This is what we've been waiting for. But yeah, he's having a fantastic season. And again, as soon as the sooner Stoney's wrist gets healed up, he's going to be right back on fire. And another good save by Hellebuck. San Jose has finally started breaking into the zone and doing a little bit of controlling. Dumped in by Winnipeg. Shifley not able to get it. However, Winnipeg does come away with it. Connor fighting for his life on the low boards. Gets his pass stuffed as it floats to the middle and San Jose takes it out. But they didn't make the red line face off coming back in front of Nedeljkovic. 6 minutes gone in the second period. Shots are 15-10 Winnipeg. Yeah. Like the one thing with Dorofeyev is if he could gain like 15 pounds without losing any speed, he would be unstoppable. But he gets his ass kicked just a little bit too much in the board battles. Either that or he has to learn from William Carlson, who's roughly the same size, just how to get low and get under these guys. Because, like, Carly's a dog on the wall, and Dorofeyev just needs a little bit of that. All right, puck up and out of play in the Winnipeg zone. 6.5 gone in the second period. Let's see. Any update in the? Oh, you know what? I can just do this instead. We'll bring up the Chicago Calgary game. All right, Chicago's up 2-0 on Calgary. Just over 5.5 gone in the third period. Shots are 27-18 Flames. So who's in for Chicago? Who's in net? I feel like it's going to be somebody that I've never heard of. No, actually, I recognize the name Knight. Spencer Knight. I definitely know that name. Florida. Drafted by Florida. Okay. Soderblom. Okay. That's on me. I'm a little, I said, a little bit behind on a lot of teams. I actually started trying to think about that. Like teams I just don't watch. So Islanders, Blue Jackets, Flames, rarely, but watch the Senators. Chicago, I don't remember. I don't even know if I just mentioned Chicago. The Kraken, I don't ever watch. I know there's more teams, but I just can't even think of them right now. Dude, as much as I hated playing against Joe Thornton, the dude was a talent, and him going into the Hall of Fame makes total sense. 1,700 games, 1,100 assists, 430 goals, Hart Trophy, Art Ross Trophy. Boston, San Jose, Toronto, and Florida were his teams. Dude was a menace, man. He was a presence. Oh. All right, we're back to puck drop. Face off to the left of Hellebuck. Any minute now. There we go. Young sends it around the low boards, but San Jose keeps it in. Oh, and then Celebrini lets it jump his stick right on the middle of the blue line. A little bit of errant passing coming out of San Jose. Young tries to go up the boards. Dude just gets stuffed again. I gotta see. This is 90. Yeah, okay. So that's the rookie. He is getting stuffed. It doesn't matter where he goes, dude. San Jose is standing him up every time he tries to leave. Right there, going right down, no problem. Like he is just too weak. he keeps skating backwards as he hits the blue line, and guys are just demolishing his back. That's not quite a pause, but Winnipeg, quick turning shot. Puck bounces up on the Delkovich, but he is there to make the save. Back behind the San Jose net, circling in the low corner. It's an AHL. I could see that. Unfortunately, I have that opinion about a lot of our Silver Knights, our AHL guys that come up and play for us. Yeah, the main opinion is, dude, a little too small, little too weak. There was something I wanted to do. Okay, not yet. But yeah, my big complaint about a lot of the guys that come up from the Silver Knights are, man, you're too small, too weak. Go if you can maintain the speed that you have or get faster, but also gain to weight. 2-on-1. Winnipeg sneaking in and a great save by Nedeljkovic on Velarde. 2-on-1, and Velarde took it straight into the crease and lost that battle. But yeah, like I said, a lot of guys, I'm like, man, if unless you get a lot faster, you need to gain some weight and a bunch of muscle, or you can maintain your speed and gain a fuck ton of muscle and weight, and like just get big. Because, like I said, it's the board battles. In open ice, they play great, but as soon as you got to dig into the corner, or you're trying to, you're met at the blue line trying to enter, it just goes bad. Like, they're gonna separate you from the puck. So if you have to have quick hands, you have to be able to get those accurate passes quick, so you don't get demolished. And I haven't seen a lot of people be able to do that. Like Bedard is an example of someone that's able to do that. Kaprizov is an example. Ooh, big check. Now we're starting to see the hits I was talking about. San Jose is going to start going at dudes, and Winnipeg is going to respond in kind. This is starting to build into the hockey I was really hoping this game would be. Great blocker save by Hellebuck right there. Graf made a great little turning back, reaching backhand. And then that was Dellandrea just dropping bodies. Fucking the high corner of the Winnipeg zone, trying to get up and out of the board or out of the zone. Okay, let's try that again. They were on, anyway. Trying to say they're on the boards in this zone, and I don't think that's anywhere close to what actually came out of my mouth. Celebrini taking it in, passes it across the blue line, trying to chase up to the crease, but good sticks by Winnipeg. Niederreiter eventually gets it to Morrissey. Lowry skating backwards, couldn't come away with the puck. Finally, Winnipeg's able to dump it into the low corner. And we're buffering. Little reset for San Jose coming out of the zone. 9.5 to go in the second period. Shots are 17-12. And Winnipeg dumps it back towards Nedeljkovic. Quick spin and pass up the high boards. Revo sends it back down behind the net. And San Jose clears. Reeves cutting right into the zone, trying to get up front. And Fleury knocks it off his stick. And Reeves is a little pissed. He kind of attacked Fleury on the boards right there. I like it. Now he goes in for another hit. Winnipeg coming away from the net with the puck. They'll get out of the zone. right back into San Jose territory, avoiding a hit on the high boards. Just look good. The Ryan Reeves is my spirit animal. He was my favorite misfit. Well, I can't say that. Carrier was my favorite misfit, but bro, my man could decide I'm not going to play hockey today. I am just going to go and beat the shit out of anybody in the other colored jersey. And he is the one player in hockey I would be like, you know what, buddy? You deserve this. Go have some fun. Everybody else, I'd be like, stop being a dirty bitch. But with Ryan Reeves, I'm like, get him, boy. Get him. San Jose, big shot from the high dot, gets slowed down on the way there. Trying to feed it up the the low boards. They end up going back around the net. San Jose in the high corner of the Winnipeg zone. Top of the high circle all the way across for a great attempt. Oh, shit. Who was that? That was Orlov sneaking in back door. Not able to beat Hellebuck. This is actually, like I said, I don't know much about Nedeljkovic, but he's played very well so far tonight. And then Hellebuck's the homie. So 2 good goalies playing. I love it. Backhand across just out of the reach. Who's that? Out of the reach of Velarde trying to chase in. 2-on-1, 3-on-2. Shot by San Jose. Big rebound right out front. And that's Fleury bailing out his goaltender. Hellebuck had no idea where that puck went, but he had the help. Kept in by San Jose. Another big shot fought off by Hellebuck. San Jose still is controlling. Toffoli across. Walking into the middle. Another stop. Puck in the high corner. Morrissey looking for help. Fleury trying to chase it down, going up the boards. And San Jose keeps it in until right there where Winnipeg finally clears. But San Jose is not giving up. Low dot from the slot. Shot goes wide. San Jose still controlling in the Winnipeg zone. And puck comes out to neutral. Attack going the other way. Circling around the back of the net. He loses it. He's going to have to take it up the boards. It's Iafallo looking for an option. Niederreiter in to try and help. And excuse me. And Laurie creeping in from the side. Puck comes out to San Jose, and the Sharks are going to chase right into the zone. Holding up on the low wall, centering it back towards the line, and the puck comes out. Good defensive stick for the Jets. That might have been Iafallo making that play. Puck into the Winnipeg zone with no icing. Hellebuck out of his net, gets back. That was almost an unfortunate series of events right there. Cycling up to the point. San Jose to the top of the low circle, misses wide. All San Jose for the last couple of minutes as we're under 5 minutes to go in the second period. Shots are 18-16 Jets. Sharks get it into the high corner, battling on the wall. Back up to the high point, across the blue line. Trying to throw it down low, hits the stick of Niederreiter, goes straight in the air in the middle of the slot, and Winnipeg is able to get it clear. What a series this has been. Sharks back through neutral, held up at the red line. And back up ahead, turned over in neutral. Winnipeg dumping it in, chasing it behind the goal. And the Jets come away with it, tossing it down low, but nobody home. Oh, Sharks are able to get it clear. Puck going all the way down. Hellebuck's going to play it. Misplays it. Shot coming. Nope. Flurry with a great diving stick to disrupt the effort. It'll be an icing on the Jets, but good Lord, what a play to knock that away, as that was completely mishandled by the goalkeeper. Yeah, Orlov whiffed on that. He didn't whiff on that shot, but he pushed that one. This was a big save by the shoulder of Hellebuck, but the puck dropped right in front of him, and he had no idea where it was. He got bailed out. San Jose wins the face-off in the Winnipeg zone. Cycling that low circle up to the point, throws it down and hits Morrissey standing in front of him. Pearson into the zone, tossing it into the high corner. Logan said, I see to be fired. I gotta admit, I didn't even look at it. Oh, a little elbow shot coming from Orlov down low in his own zone. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I got to admit, bro, I didn't even notice it. But now that you say it, what? I mean, I know ours is a little flashy with the gold and all, but what in the hell? My question is, what is it even supposed to be? Celebrini trying to cut in, held up by DeMello. Oh, and a big reverse shot to DeMello by Celebrini. I don't think DeMello had a clue what was going on, except there was a loose puck in front of the net, and he wanted to clear it. And like I said, number 71 for San Jose just leaned backwards a little bit and dropped a shoulder. This has been a great last 6-7 minutes of hockey, of a period. Puck out by Winnipeg. San Jose chasing it down. Resetting from their own zone. Orlov tosses it all the way up. It's tipped in. Race for it. DeMello gets there first. But a bad turnover by the rookie. Puts it on his own net with an attacking shark. Good job, Hellebuck, to stay tight in the post. But, man, this kid is not what y'all need. And he just got his ass kicked again down low on the boards. This dude is tiny. He is weak. And he is getting whooped. Like, there's got to be something coming out of him. He's got to score or something. Sent down. Okay. Like, it's like this is the stuff. This is the stuff I've been saying about like Schwint and Korzak and a bunch of our guys. Like, it's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Man, you are not fast enough to get your ass kicked this much. Well, a shot by Lowry, gloved by Nedeljkovic. We'll probably get a quick ice scrape in before we finish off this last minute of hockey. 51 seconds left on the clock. See, this has been a much better period. Last period was slow and boring. This has been awesome. But like I was talking about, man, that's the idea for hockey seems to be smaller guys. I just don't get it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a couple of 6'7", 6'8" guys that have popped out recently, but a lot of the rookies are just, man, they're so small. And as long as they're, it's one thing to produce, but you don't see it often. Take a peek into Chicago, Calgary. Chicago, 25 seconds on a power play, 5 minutes to go in the period. And Chicago's winning 3-0. So, gonna go ahead and say this one may not be. Well, I think we got a hold coming to Chicago. There's definitely a penalty to the Blackhawks. See what's going on real here. Hey, Pahal. I forgot. I always forget Pahal plays for Calgary. I'm a fan of him. He was another guy that he wasn't quite what Vegas needed, but never never had a complaint. Just always wish he produced a little more. Uh, okay, it was a slash on Foligno that put Calgary on the man advantage. Watch the end of this one. Face off in the Shark zone, won by Winnipeg, sent down low. Battle for it along the low boards, all the way behind the net. DeMello sends it back behind the net. San Jose gets it out into neutral. It's a foot race up the low boards. DeMello losing his spot, centered, but good play defensively to upend old boy that was chasing the puck in, because as he got to the top of the crease, it was a battle. Calgary with the empty net, 3.5 to go in the period. They send it outside of their zone. I'll have to come back to that in a second here. 24.3 to go in the second of this one. Shots are 19-18 Winnipeg. Winnipeg was leading that category for a while, but San Jose turned it up quite well. Face off to the left of Hellebuck, won by Winnipeg. And it's a race going 2-on-3 for Winnipeg. Good contact down low in the corner. Jets come away with it. Skating up the low boards to the point, across the blue line. Big shot. Stopped by Nedeljkovic, trying to feed it back up front, but it goes wide. 3, 2, 1, and we are in intermission. Meanwhile, power play over for the Flames. 3 minutes left in the third. Puck trying to be fed out front, but the Blackhawks are there to pick it off and take it the other way. Foligno making a quick turn and flick at the net, kicked away by Wolf. Shot by Bedard, hits a stick and goes up, out of play. 2:37 to go in the third. All right, let's take a look at these guys on paper real quick, because shots-wise, shout out to Spencer Knight for staying tight in the goal. Calgary have had 11 shots each period so far. Chicago went 10-7-8. It's like the Flames before Jets came back. Right on. That's Canada teams never grasped me. I was a Florida fan when I was young. Got back into hockey, became a Boston fan. That was back when Tim Thomas was in net, Tuukka Rask was the backup with Chara and Bergeron and Lucic, and it was Marchand's first or second year. Liked Boston, then started to hate Boston, and then the Knights came out, and it was like, okay, no one else matters. Like I said, now I like watching Calgary for Wolf, but 3-0 game, that's a little bit brutal. Granted, on 33 shots, so he's not getting much help. I can just already tell. Oh, summary. I wanted to look at these guys on paper. Face-off percentage is almost 2/3 in favor of Calgary. Penalty minutes are the same. Hits are 29-18 in favor of Calgary. Block shots 13-10 in favor. Giveaways 17-15 in favor of Calgary. Takeaways that's where Chicago has more takeaways, but literally on paper, Calgary should be winning this game. Face off in the Calgary zone. Chicago comes away with it. Turn down low from the low baseline. Trying to feed it out to the top. It gets there quick. Shot stays low. Gets knocked to the high wall. Back behind the net. Hanson behind the net. Fed all the way up to the high point. Back down low all the way to the low boards. And hang on. Stream problems. Bedard just scored again, but hang on. Everything. I have something's going on. Looks like it should be back to good to go, but it's not updating to say that. Connor Bedard. Okay, there we go. Now it says it's back. Connor Bedard with his 8th goal of the season. Unassisted goal. The guy is too good to be playing for Chicago, man. That's like Wolf's too good to play for Calgary. Bedard's too good to play with Chicago. I'll say McDavid and Edmonton deserve each other. Screw them both. Who else? That's about it. Calgary trying to go across the blue line, setting up from the top of the high circle, gets on net, but a good save by Spencer Knight. 65 seconds to go in this one. Chicago carrying it behind their goalie. And they're going to chill, wait for the changes. No need to get overly aggressive. Good little move at the blue line to enter the zone. That was nice. 40 seconds. It immediately turned it over, but his little cut up at the blue line was fantastic. Calgary back the other way, dumping it in from the red line. I cross-checked on Chicago earlier. Mark Gore was telling me there were 3 fights. I watched I saw a couple of clips of the fight, like real brief moments of the fight. Didn't look like much of a fight, but I did see these guys were kind of kicking the shit out of each other earlier. Started making me wish I watched this game, but since it's ended 4-0, I don't have any regrets anymore. 1.6 to go in this one. It is over. 4-0 victory for the Chicago Blackhawks. Whoa, that is loud. Okay, that's over. Got it. Sorry, just looking for something real quick. So we're waiting for this one to get back. Is there any like college football going on tonight? Memphis and Tulane, USC Northwestern, UCF Houston. Let's see if any of these games are worth turning on. 28-17. That one's over. And I'm guessing, yeah. All right, so I guess Northwestern USC is the only game that. Oh, hey, look at that! It's not fucking working. Hang on. No, that's not the one. That one. Who's Miami playing? Who's Miami losing to this week? Syracuse. Okay. Tomorrow at 12:30. Who knows? I may get a wild hair up my ass to stream a little bit of Miami Syracuse football tomorrow. I would say I doubt it though, because we will be live 7 o'clock tomorrow for the Golden Knights game. Who are we playing? The Ducks. We play the Ducks tomorrow at 7. Yeah, I struggle watching football, man. I try. Not really my thing. Let's see how much time we should have. Still probably about 10 minutes on intermission. Maybe a little less than that, actually, because that game had a couple minutes. All right, we got 7.5 minutes. I'm going to take like 4 and just stretch out my back and refill my water, get ready for the maybe even pack my gym bag and get ready for the third period. So go to some tunes again. I'll be back in a couple minutes. coming back. So a little bit of a slow first period, even though that's where the goals came from. It was a little bit of a slow start. And now that we got through the second period, it was a lot more entertaining hockey, especially from like 7 minutes to like 3 minutes. I don't think there was a whistle. Really good series of hockey. But we are back. I mean, it's tied 1-1, so not yet, but I would prefer if they did. I don't know if you're the way that's written. I'm taking it as a direct question as to the current moment. If you mean, do I think the Winnipeg will win? Yes. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but no, they're winning. Okay, yeah, I prefer Winnipeg to win. I mean, I don't need to be, I'm not going to cheer for in division teams, but I hate San Jose with a passion. I got a lot of respect for certain guys on the Jets, so I'm on the side of Winnipeg winning. The opportunities each way haven't been overly convincing, so I don't disagree with you, but I'm going to need to see some attack out of them because San Jose ran a lot of that second period. A lot of stoppages so far. Shots at 2018 in favor of the Jets. Face off in neutral just outside the Winnipeg zone. Toss across neutral, taken in. Velarde trying to make a move, but Nedeljkovic will be able to cover up, and we've got another stoppage. It's the exact opposite of what I was hoping for the start of the period. I expect this a little later on in a close game in the third, but let's go. Tays against Delandria, and Sharks come away with it. Up the high boards and out. Battle for it in neutral, chucked in, but Winnipeg's going to go right back the other way. Turnover at the blue line. Sharks headed back. From neutral, dumped in, chasing it around to the low boards. Fleury ends up with it, feeds it up the high wall, and it is out. Shifley coming through with Iafallo on his left. Can't center the pass through the skates of Orlov. Puck into the low corner in the San Jose zone. To the point, Fleury tosses it high and wide of the net, up to the high wall. Weak trying to chuck it down into the corner, and San Jose comes away with it. But it'll clear the zone. Winnipeg resets from neutral. They're going for a change, so they will dump and head to the bench. Sharks stretch pass, getting into the Winnipeg zone, chasing in from the low circle. Stopped by Hellebuck. Good pressure to force the puck to stay on the ice, but Hellebuck was ready. The low point shots hit skates in front of him. Puck into the low corner of the Winnipeg zone, trying to center it, fought off by Morrissey. To the point across the blue line. Back to the high point, high wall. Middle of the slot. San Jose recovers. Gets it down into the high corner, trying to go out into the center, and another good stick by Morrissey breaks up that pass. Jets head back out. Rookie dumps it in and goes for a change. So Foley dumping it in. Sharks fighting for it in the high corner. And they have it at the point towards the net. Fought off into the low corner. Behind the net to the high corner. San Jose still in control. Winnipeg swats it away. The Mesnikov's able to get it out of the zone. Up to Connor. He's going in from the low circle. Good pressure to keep him wide by San Jose. And the Sharks will come back out. Orlov dumps it in. Hellebuck sets it for DeMello. And Winnipeg will go for a change as DeMello stands behind his net. Over 3.5 gone in the third. Shots are 21-19 Winnipeg. Another turnover in neutral. Stars on the low boards. Low point across the blue line. Down low. Stopped in the middle of the slot. And a loose puck poked away by Morrissey. Very active in front of the net. Morrissey has been fantastic. Another shot coming in. Blocked by Hellebuck and flipped to the high boards. Winnipeg needs to do a little better job clearing out the front of their net. But Morrissey has done a great job reacting to the puck in the crease or right at the top of the crease. Again, he bailed out Hellebuck on one save earlier. Hellebuck made a great save with his shoulder and then lost the puck. Ended up wide open net right in the crease, and Morrissey came in to fling it away. So he's having a fantastic game. Meanwhile, puck behind Nedeljkovic. Fed out into neutral, onto the stick of Pionk, who dumps it back in. Sharks going up the high wall to get it out, and they do. Pass up ahead into the Winnipeg zone. Fleury behind his own net goes right up the high boards to get it out, and Niederreiter does. It's a tennis match. Just about 5 1/4 gone in the third. Shots are 21-20 Winnipeg, and we are having a back and forth. Opportunities are coming. They're not overly great opportunities, but few and far between. They're showing themselves. No one able to take advantage. Oh, taken into the net hard. I think that was the rookie. And that was, did they say that was Skinner? I thought that was Chip Chabrikov or whatever his name was. He went down so easy. Niederreiter game winner called it. All right. I'll say he's been very active, but as far as I know, not very active towards the net. Let me check his shots real quick. Celebrini got stopped. Yeah, he's got one shot on goal. Celebrini making a move, backhand stopped by Hellebuck and flipped to the corner. San Jose controlling, sends it from the point, and Pionk is there to help make the stop. Puck cleared back to the San Jose zone. Orlov back to chase it. But yeah, I'd be interested in seeing that because like I said, he's been very active in helping to control the puck, but he's been very inactive in shots on goal. Now, granted, most of the team has because with 21 shots, but I feel like we may end up in overtime. If we do, then I'm giving it to Winnipeg because they're just better in the open ice. Oh, great. Going through Winnipeg across, what was he doing? I can't believe, I'm actually surprised they're calling Nedeljkovic for a trip on that. What his dumbass decided to not shoot the puck and go across the goalie. What did I just watch? Is that Koepka? All right, when we get back to commercial, I got to see that again. The puck came across. Nedeljkovic was out of position. He had to reach for it, but all he had to do was get it back towards himself and put it in the air, get it up over Nedeljkovic. Instead, he pulls it back and tries to cut across the goalie that's sliding towards him. Drew the penalty, but bro, what are we doing? Whatever. Good time to mention tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Golden Knights are getting a visit from the Anaheim Ducks. Ducks are sitting at 9-3-1. Vegas at a sloppy 7-3-3. So we're at home Saturday, 7 o'clock against the Ducks. Monday, 7 o'clock against the Panthers. And then Thursday, 7 o'clock against the Islanders. And then we head Midwest. So we'll get a little bit, a couple of games that are early. 15th and the 16th. We go back to back at 5 o'clock and then 3 o'clock. Second is possible. Nino's on his. Okay. Oh, shit. I'm dragging ass right now. Yeah, Kurchev had a couple of good opportunities on net, but Hellebuck is just bricked up. Okay, that absolutely was a trip. I did not see Nedeljkovic go down that way. So it absolutely was a trip. I did not see that. What up, Jesus? Welcome in, brother. We are actually hitting a very interesting point. We got about 7 1/4 gone in the third period, 1-1. No goals since the first period. And Winnipeg is going on the power play. I feel like this is going to end up. It's like either they're going to score in 10 seconds or they're not going to score. Ducks look good. Sorry, I missed that one. Yeah, the Ducks look really good. Dostal looks good. Gibson has his struggles, but as a unit, they are looking fantastic. Like they've had a lot of time to build, so they should. Shifley from the low dot trying to feed it up front. Goes off of Velarde into the back wall, and San Jose gets it cleared. It's a breakaway. Backhand stopped. Oh, it went underneath Hellebuck's knee. He couldn't find it. Thought it was going to go floating in, but it is stopped on the breakaway. Kyle Connor coming back the other way. Gets it to Velarde, who gets pressed up against the wall. Battle for it as Shifley's there to lend a hand. Shifley finds it. Can't get it clear of the skates, and they're going to blow the whistle. And it wasn't stuck. Winnipeg's getting a penalty. I'm very curious as to what the penalty is. It's on Velarde for holding the stick, and he absolutely did, but you never see that called. Stick came in on him. He bent over and squeezed on it with his elbow. That is not a often called penalty, but it's a good penalty to call. I think the commentators are saying, I don't agree with that at this time. It's like, what does the timing have to do with calling the penalty? I hate that shit. It's like, dude, stuff's either a penalty or it's not. Don't buffer, fed, cycling, San Jose trying to put it towards the net. It's the skate of the man in front of him, Pionk. Skating right up the gut through neutral, goes high wall. Oop, Tays loses the puck, but he gets it back. Cycling to the high baseline. Point. Pionk sends it back down low. Back up to the blue line. Leaves it for Fleury. Gets it poked away from him, and puck's going to come all the way around to Domestikov gets it up the boards, and the Mellows keeps it in. Let's see, I haven't game about 3 days. Right, hey, that nice. Gonna keep it that way for now. Maybe do a little Vegas bet once in a while. Hey, atta boy. Okay, Vegas fan coming. Yeah, no point bets 24/7. Good shit. Like I said, if you got the money to have some fun and it's no big deal, then it's no problem, man. But I definitely, as much as there's a little bit of that extra something to everybody coming in and putting money down, I enjoyed the chill. I want no pressure, hang out, enjoying hockey. You know what I mean? Check it with you every time I see it live. Basically, don't waste the money, bro. Hey, attaboy, bro. I got nothing. Hey, if you not coming in makes it easier for you not to bet, then man, I'll be happy to see you when I do, but take care of yourself, brother. You know that. Gonna learn to enjoy the chill. Yeah, hell yeah, man. We can shoot the shit about anything. We don't, without the stress of money on the table. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I like, one of the reasons I started doing this was because I was spending too much money going to the bar. Like, hang with my brother. Hey, sweet, bro. Then, yeah, every time, I love having you in here, brother. So, yeah, good shit, man. I support your decision 1,000%. Their puck coming up. We are back to full strength hockey over halfway through the third period. Fucking high corner, Shifley fighting for it. He's able to get it up and out. Niederreiter gets it clear. And I follow lightly taps it into the San Jose zone. It's taking on. Anyway, sorry for no, hey, never, man. Hey, I should share with you, dude. The best thing about sharing shit like that is now I'm going to hold you accountable to that shit. So you're not alone in trying not to do that. You know what I mean? And making the decision is yours, but having help doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? So it's all good. It's like I've said before, when it comes to topics of conversation or personal stuff or anything like that, this is we're hanging out at the bar as homies. We talk about whatever. Exactly, Sugar Hill. This is an area. This is, gotta think of a name for it, because think Honky Tonk Bar Association, but it's chill, man. All good. Do you like San Jose more? I'm assuming you assume I like San Jose more than Winnipeg, bro. You got it. It's like you don't even know me. Dropping all this personal stuff, and you think I would at any point like San Jose over anybody? See, now you're just breaking my heart. But yeah, of course, for Jesus, man. Like I said, that's my whole point for starting these streams is I got sick of sitting here alone. So if y'all are, dealing with shit with other people is exactly why we are here at this moment. Boys, I'm seeing it because the Canadian team. Hey, bro, nothing will ever replace my hatred for San Jose. And I will say this, and this may this probably going to sound a lot more dickish than saying that I hate the Canadian teams. The truth is, I could give a shit less about the Canadian teams. I hate Edmonton, but that's because they're pieces of shit, not because they're Canadian. Like, everything surrounding the Oilers is just trash as far as I'm concerned. And I know I've had an Oilers fan pop in here one time, and it took about 30 seconds for us to realize why we don't like the dude. But no, like legit, if I replace my hatred for Jamie Benn. Oh, we all know that, buddy. We all know that one. All right, so it looks like Nedeljkovic is having a skate issue. But like, dude, when I think about, like I said, thinking about, you know, the Canadian teams, if Winnipeg gets a second goalie to help Hellebuck, I'll care more about Winnipeg. But until that happens, I know exactly what's going to go down. They're going to be a fantastic team till about 9 games left in the season. Then the struggles will start. And then they'll have a 50-50 go at the first 3 games, and it's going to be determining the rest of the first series. Maybe they get to the second series, but it's going to be rough because Hellebuck's going to be blown out. Comrie's not going to have, or whatever goalie they do have for him, isn't going to have the games in the bank. And it's just going to be a disaster like it's been for how many years now? It's just like Edmonton. Edmonton can make it to the cup every year for all I give a shit. I mean, I do care because that means Vegas didn't, but they're not going to win until you get more than 2 people on your team that are worth having on your team. It's like, yeah, Sugar Hill, it's when we won in 23, we had a pretty easy time walking through the first round, and ever since then it's been pretty hard to deny what's going to happen. Oh, Tays just got, yep, sure enough. Ryan Reeves scared Taves. And Taves hit, or Reeves hit Taves anyway, but yeah, Taves dumped it out of play. So now San Jose is going on the extra man. Let's see how they do. 4-minute double minor with nothing going earlier in the game, followed by a 2-minute waste and a recent after the 4-on-4, roughly 40-second power play with nothing going. Will Smith, that bugs me. That I gotta sit here. Yeah, Will Smith cutting up through the center. Oh, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of that guy. Okay, maybe I can get used to it, actually. Celebrini across the red line, carries it in to Toffoli, who circles back towards the point. A little bit of a shove from DeMello, put old boy on his ass. Shot from the low point. It was a shot pass. Great stick. Knocks that out of the way. But San Jose controls it. Toffoli to Celebrini to the blue line. Kleinberg down to the low dot. Celebrini tries to go across. Hits the skate of Pionk. Wenberg to Celebrini. Puck. Will Smith, top of the high circle. Shot stopped by Hellebuck. Knocked to the back wall and sent around the backboards by San Jose. Celebrini sends it right back. Will Smith in that high corner. Tries to get it to the blue line. Gets it halfway there. Kleinberg now from the point. Goes across to the high point. High dot. Will Smith looking for a place to go. He sends it up front. Misses. Everybody great stop, and the puck is cleared. 30 seconds to go on the San Jose man advantage. Shots are tied at 25 apiece as we're reaching 7 minutes to go in the third. Brandon is bringing wine homes. Hey, bro. I in college, we did 2 wine and cheese parties. I have not drank wine since, nor will I ever drink wine again. Cheers to you, brother. I hope you enjoy it. And I will say, like, sipping on wine is one thing and enjoying the company, but that's not what we were doing in college. I will say, getting some Calarasi sangria, that might be a little bit of a different story. But coming up to Connor Duncan, dude, wine drunk is absolute. Oh yeah, the wine drunk is different. That hangover is wild. Give me a whiskey hangover every day of the week, dude. Winnipeg, He's, actually, there were a couple of good attempts by San Jose in the first minute of that power play, but a lot of great sticks, a lot of good positioning, shutting down opportunities. Just Winnipeg looks great on the penalty kill. Power play isn't looking all that fantastic. I think San Jose has ended up with more shots than they have, but their penalty kill is looking tough. Bro, 2 glasses of red wine had me tilted. I'm saying, dude. I said we're in college. You buy a couple $3, $4 bottles of wine and just go ape shit on them. And like for me, I hate wine. I hate the taste, all of it. So the goal was drink it until I don't care that I'm drinking it anymore. And it turns out that happens right about a bottle and a half. And by that point, it's like, cool, now we're just sipping on water, dude. Shot hit, skates out high from San Jose. I follow trying to go back the other way. Doesn't get very far. Sharks into the Winnipeg zone on the low boards. Trying to work their way back. Niederreiter fights it out of the zone, and San Jose will recover at the red line. Right back in, right back out. Scheifele tossing it down. I will say, out of this game, I'm taking Celebrini over Scheifele. I think I like Scheifele more, but I'm taking Celebrini. Even if Winnipeg wins this. This game changed my mind a little bit. That breakaway beating Hellebuck was great. He's had a couple of good opportunities. Getting smacked in the face and not really worried about it. I appreciate that. Celebrini trying to cut through good sticks. That's the one thing. Whoever, puck right out front. A scramble and San Jose scores. Just a mad scramble in front of the net. And eventually, Will Smith is able to smack that puck into the net. Yep, it was just great. Puck ends up behind the net. A great feed to go out front. Shot goes across the crease instead of towards the net. But good positioning by Celebrini directs it. And dude, that's on Pionk. Hellebuck made the save, but the puck bounces up into Pionk. Ends up behind Hellebuck, and Will Smith comes in to knock it in. So Celebrini having a 2-point night tonight. 4:14 to go in the third. Well, I mean, the Jets have a good history with empty nets, so we'll see how that goes. It's things are about to get a little interesting because I mean, really, both sides are struggling to transition through neutral, but when they do, each side is getting pretty well set and developing plays, developing opportunities. Nothing too great. Obviously, that was perfect. That pass from behind the net was insane. He said he almost felt it coming. Yeah. Yeah, it just, man, Winnipeg was in an attack mode, and when the puck goes the other way, there's a shift. And they just did not recover. I mean, and Winnipeg sticks have been fantastic in front of the net. Everything went exactly how it should have gone, except Pionk was coming in to help from the right side of the goal. So when Hellebuck made the save, it bounced off Pionk and went right to the goal line. Easy tap in. The own goals off of bodies have been killing teams the last couple of years. That's the biggest reason I'm happy Alex Pietrangelo isn't on the ice for the Golden Knights. Because that dude can't go 3 games without having a puck bounce off him or swatting at a puck that he buries on his own guy. Oh, and then San Jose has a back-to-back. They're going against Florida tomorrow. Ooh, be curious about that one. Now that'll be the game that I wish this one was. That I was hoping this one was going to be. Those guys are going to beat the shit out of each other. Offsides. San Jose taken out of their zone. 4 minutes left. It shouldn't be long before Hellebuck comes out. And a top D man with Morrissey. Love DeMello, but he's not a top pairing guy. I agree with you. The Morrissey is a force, dude. Like you can't go if he's on the ice, he is gonna be productive. It is, and not scoring or point, but productive in just turnovers, takeaways, forced bad passes, sticks in the lane. And yeah, DeMello just is not keeping up with them. Um, DeMello's weak in front of the net, and Morrissey needs someone with Morrissey's accuracy and his stick handling. You need somebody who can come in and help him clear bodies so that he has less traffic to fight with. Face off just outside of the San Jose zone on the low dot. Dumped in. 3.5 minutes to go. Niederreiter held up on that low board by Graff. Shifley across to the point. Fleury skating it in. Trying to go between the legs. Puck comes right back out. Excuse me. Niederreiter fighting, but San Jose comes away with it. Follow sends it to Pionk, who sets up Fleury across the red line into the zone. He leaves it off for Shifley. Right up the gut. Pionk takes a shot, hits a body, and the puck ends up in the low corner. Then on a San Jose stick. That great spin on that one. And dude just hit a pitching wedge and froze the puck with no icing. Great little pitch. Pionk doesn't realize the man's right on his ass. Bad turnover. Good recovery. Tays heading in on the high wall. Look for the empty net any minute here. Morrissey misses the kick. And the puck goes back the other way. Hellebuck still in net. DeMello circling on his own blue line. Sets up Morrissey up to Tays. It gets tipped on net. And Nedeljkovic covers it up. I do great with him for a while, and then I forget his name again. All right, Hellebuck is headed to the bench now. Face-off's going to be in the San Jose zone. 2:13 to go in the third. Shots of 28-27 in favor of Winnipeg. San Jose comes away with the puck off the face-off. Fight for it in the high corner. Connor, Tays, Lardy, all fighting for it. Comes up to the point, and San Jose is going to ice this one. Good stop, Morrissey, and a good stop, Lowry. They don't get a clean shot on net. I am impressed with that defensive play. Celebrini causing a nuisance, however. Turning over the puck in the Winnipeg zone, but dude, Celebrini's just causing problems. I didn't think he made the line, but they give it to him. Kyle Connor goes across the ice trying to feed it to be clear. Winnipeg's going to come away with it in neutral. Into the low corner, comes back towards the net. On the stick of Morrissey, goes off the stick straight up in the air. Handled down by Shifley. Shot by Velarde, and it hits a body and goes to the high corner. O'Connor recovers from the high dot all the way across the ice. He hits a man in front of him, and San Jose is going to go back the other way. No icing. They've got that clearing little chip down to a science. 50 seconds to go. Domestikov tosses it in, makes a great hit, and we have a battle in the low corner. Velarde comes away with it, gets it to Morrissey across the ice, back to Morrissey. Towards the net, tipped. Follow up, stopped by Nedeljkovic. Stifling going for it, and the puck comes right back at him. Another good stop by the San Jose goaltender. 20 seconds to go in the period. Morrissey looking again down to the baseline, trying to go out front. It's close, and it's another great stop by the right pad of Nedeljkovic, being a brick wall late in the third. Morrissey making a move, makes contact right in front of the crease. Puck goes to the high corner. 2-1, over. And the Sharks win it 2-1. Now, where's old boy at that came in here and running his mouth like I wouldn't agree with him? What was his name? Oh, yeah, Mr. Fucking Useless. ERREUR889. Coming in here. Oh, no. You know that Jets going to win, huh? Not sure what you mean. Or Jets winning. Huh? There was Jets winning, huh? Like, it's tied 1-1, so I don't. What's the question here? And, yeah, he said that, called me a tabernacle, said they were going to win, and sure as shit, look at that. Yeah, Trevor, that was something, brother. Yeah, Sugar Hill, that was something, fellas. Hey, you got to give a shout out to Nedeljkovic because he looked fantastic. Hellebuck looked fantastic as well. Like, it was, that second goal was not his fault, man. That bounce, he made the save, and that bounce off Pionk screwed him. Shame, Celebrini too good. Hey, dude, Celebrini's a beast. I got to take Celebrini. That answered the question tonight, man. Scheifele just wasn't moving on the ice like Celebrini was. I mean, Scheifele was getting busy, but it had nothing of real strong production. So, yeah, that ends that conversation as far as I'm concerned, Sugar Hill, because Celebrini for Canada. Very drag ass, little bit of a slow game. I was expecting a lot more physicality a lot earlier on. I think you'll see the game if you watch tomorrow's San Jose versus the Panthers. You'll more than likely see the game I was hoping for tonight. But I expected San Jose to come out just ready to beat ass, and they didn't. And Winnipeg is a team that will play the way you want to play. If you want to be physical and beating the shit out of each other, fine. But you got to start it. And since San Jose never started it, Winnipeg just never got their shit together and played aggressively and played heavy. And so you really had just two flat teams for most of the game. Lot of trouble for both teams getting through neutral, but once they were set, they were set. And yeah, the urgency just wasn't quite there for Winnipeg the way it was for San Jose. But yeah, Trevor, it was something. I mean, fun is it's a word that exists, I guess, that can be used. So there's that. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we'll call this one early. I think I'm actually going to take a ride to the gym. I haven't been in a while. I've been too hurt, too sick, so need to get my shit together and go. Bedsy leading late. Yep. But hey, I was saying earlier, if I get a wild hair on my ass, I might stream the Miami game, Miami Hurricanes. And if not, we'll be here 7 o'clock for the Ducks game, VGK and the Ducks. Hey, appreciate it, Trevor. I appreciate you, brother. But Trevor, Sugar Hill, Marcor, if you're still here, V, the Jesus, of course, buddy. Appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out with me for another night. Always a lot more fun than sitting here all by my lonesome. Till next time, Sugar Hill. Because I typically stay home, play Ring Fit events to get my workout in. Right on. I'm obsessed with lifting weights. I don't have enough heavy weights around the house, so uh, the gym's 7 miles away. I got this kick-ass e-bike, so I can get my heart rate up. Even though it's not difficult to ride it, I get my heart rate up as I'm getting there. Able to throw around some heavy-ass weights and then get a nice bike ride home. Plus, it's like 65 degrees right now, so I just ooh perfect temperature to just get a kick-ass bike ride in. I'm more interested in that. Get the nice cold air on my face. Go sweat and then freeze my ass off because I'm soaking wet. But I'm ready for it, man. I used to do in the mornings. We would sit here and do push-ups and squats. But then I started going to the gym more, so I was beat up and tired, and I usually don't go to the gym till late. So might start doing that again. Might start popping in for early morning, like stretch and squats and push ups. Real light, basic workout. Just talk hockey or movies or whatever the fuck's going on that day. You know what I mean? But we'll see as the next couple of weeks start coming, especially as Christmas starts coming closer. Because I got 2 weeks where I'm rocking solo through Christmas. So I'll be looking for stuff to do. All right, but anyway, enough with the rambling. I'm out of here, guys. Good night. Much love. Appreciate you. And we'll see you tomorrow.